Question that I told you I asked the Talmidim from Oitaida, what's the bigger thing of Hecht? So of course, there's no question about it that they ever spoke about Hecht as the Sfarim and the terrible thing that he took the Sfarim and all about the Sfarim. But I think that there's maybe a deeper thing also about Hecht. The question is, why did he take the Sfarim? Why did he do it? So the reason is that he originally was I think a chemist.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when he got married, he lived in Pittsburgh. Barry.
Yeah.
He lived in Pittsburgh. He didn't live in a frum neighborhood, but he lived in Pittsburgh. Then later, years later, he worked for Westinghouse in Pittsburgh. Years later, he moved to Mount Clair, New Jersey.
But that's where he lived now.
In Mount Clair, New Jersey, he became a financial advisor to people, and it seems like he had some financial difficulty himself. So
he was Madoff's friend.
So he needed Sfarim. He needed money. So he figured that there's the library, and his mother is the Yiddish,
Everything is his.
and he's good friends with Chaim Lieberman. So he'll give him access to the Sfarim, and he'll even tell him where the more valuable Sfarim are. And he'll take some of the Sfarim and he'll sell it, and he'll have money. Like I told you before, that when he sold it very carefully. He sold it no cash deals.
How long was it going on for?
It went on for quite a period of time.
5 years, 10 years?
No, maybe a year.
I'm saying. Okay.
And everything he did was above board, so to say. But the reason, the whole Nakuda, there was a deep Nakuda to the whole thing. The deep Nakuda to the whole thing was that he knew the Rebbe is a great person. There's no question about that. Because when he went to school, the Rebbe helped him with his schooling. There's no question about it. When he got married, he didn't invite the Rebbe. There's a famous Sikha, the Rebbe was crying on Shavuos, Tafshin Yud Gimel, about the wedding and everything. He spoke about the wedding. Tafshin Yud Gimel. He got married. It was Shavuos. But he didn't recognize that the Rebbe is the Rebbe. His approach was that the Frierdiker Rebbe, now his grandfather was the Rebbe, and after his grandfather passed away, there's no Mamal Mokum. There's no Mamal Mokum.
Not even his father?
No, he knew who his father was.
It's over. It's
a fine year, but he didn't think that his father.
It's the end of
it's the end. Like the Rebbe even said that one of the things he said was that a Agudas doesn't exist anymore. So it's all over. And being that it's all over, so you have to split the loot, so to say.
Right.
And he's entitled to that was, no. Somebody asked me, where did you get that theory? It's a theory. So I said, I have a basis to my theory. What's the basis to my theory? He lived in Mount Clair, New Jersey. When his mother passed away, she wasn't buried on the Lubavitcher cemetery. She made arrangement. There was a Munkacher cemetery in New Jersey, and she made arrangements to be buried on the Munkacher cemetery. He went together with her to make the arrangements, and when she died, that's where he was buried. So during Shiva, there was a group from the Chevra Kaddish that went to be Menachem Avil. It so happens that they went to be Menachem Avil. Who was the group? Two of them were Gaboyim from the Chevra Kaddish. One was Rabbi Yitzchak Shapiro, who was a Gabbai of Chevra Kaddish. Another one was Rabbi Fox, the one that was a Rebbe in Yeshiva. Now Rabbi Fox, besides being a Gabbai of Chevra Kaddish, in the Tvotsk, he learned Bechavrusa with Barry. And the Frierdiker Rebbe, I heard this from Rabbi Fox, that the Frierdiker Rebbe forheard them once. They were learning Yevamos, and the Frierdiker Rebbe forheard them.
Or they were the same age.
Yeah, approximately. He was a little bit younger, and he was.
But they learned Chavrusa.
They learned Chavrusa. So he knew who he was. The third person that went was Beryl Lipska. He's the secretary of.
What year was this?
Huh?
What year was this?
I don't remember.
Before Nun Dalet?
Before, of course, before Nun Dalet.
Yeah, before Nun Beis.
Yeah, before.
So they never knew about it.
It was some Mem Ches or some.
Oh, after, but it was the Rebbitzen. She passed away after the Rebbitzen.
I don't remember the dates. It's a, you know what?
Shimon.
Shimon. It's all in here. It's all in
It says it also on there? Okay.
So, and I drove the car. So we were 4 people. When we came to the home over there, it wasn't the type of home, you know, where the door is open to walk in. So we knocked on the door, and she opened the door.
His wife.
Mrs. Barry.
She greeted us in not the greatest way, and we didn't respond. And we walked in. There was a living room. We were sitting shiva, and there were 2 people that were there, a husband and a wife, I believe it was, that were there for Nichum Avel. So we waited. We didn't say anything. We waited. Even I don't remember exactly, but these people, one of them asked a question, and I offered an answer to the question. When the 2 people left, so then his wife came in, and she gave us a Mishabedach, and he told her to please go upstairs. And she did. And I must say, he spoke with us very, very edel, very nice. And we told him that we would like that he should bring his mother over here. And different things came up in the conversation. And a few times he repeated a similar thing. First of all, he said, you know, it wasn't his arrangement. His mother arranged that, so it wasn't his arrangement. Then he didn't say the reason, but he says like this. Listen to these words. He says, we could discuss it. That was one expression. That's right. Then he said, Feta means an uncle in Yiddish. We could arrange it. What does that mean? His concern was that he could make it a dumping ground over there where she'll be buried. So if my uncle will call me and we discuss it, and he tells me that he'll take care of it, you know, so
guarantee that they won't make
a dumping ground over there. So I said to him, you know that can't happen. He said to me, "Ich bin echt schneerson." Like I also have my principles, you know. But I saw 2 things in his carefully worded statements. He says, "Ob aye Rebbe vet mir rufen, ob de Vetter vet mir rufen." He never said, "Ad the Rebbe vet mir rufen." So I gathered from that he didn't recognize the Rebbe as the Rebbe. And B'meila, if he would have recognized the Rebbe as the Rebbe, so then he would have never touched the Sforim. Because he knew that the Sforim, that the Rebbe is the boss, just like his father was the boss. But being that he didn't recognize the Rebbe as the Rebbe, as the Malamokim, so therefore he did what he did. So really, the Rebbe talks about the Sforim, but I think, what do we have from it? We have the Sforim. Did anyone ever look into the Sforim? Did any of you go to the library to
They don't even let you if you want to.
to see the swarm, to touch the swarm, to
One
hold
sefer was
it?
reprinted right away.
What?
Then a chamunim, but the Lebanon, there was gleich abgedruckt, ein sefer.
Ain't second, but with up to the ain't safer. That safer. How much did you learn in that safer? If you know where it is in your closet. Huh? So I'm saying that the victory is not just the Sforim. The victory is that the Rebbe's Rebbe. When they paskin, the court paskin, that the Lubavitcher, the way the judge approached the whole thing. In fact, if you look in here, I printed the whole psak of the judge, and there's very interesting things over there about details that the judge writes about Lubavitch and Maimed and a lot of different things. So I think that's the ikar of Hecht. The ikar of Hecht is that the Rebbe's Rebbe. And in fact, during the time that he was there, Avraham Shemta tells that the Rebbe said, yes, we can see this. It means that the Rebbe was being held back from doing his work. So I think that's what we call it the victory of the Svarim, but I think that that there's something more to it than the victory of the Svarim.
There's Aussprache.
Was? Yeah.
Somewhere there was such a...
That's right. He said, I made them Benko, yeah. There's a...
When the Rebbe was screaming that ich habe gemeint that the Chassidim will understand what I saw, but that's what he's talking about, because it's not the Swarm, it's me. So you Chassidim should be sticking up for me.
People wanted to give him money and give back the Svarim, and the Rebbe was very angry about that. And there's one guy that ended up suffering because of that. That was Yitzchak Feldman. And he was sent by Zalman Gerari.
Yitzchak Feldman wanted... I thought he was inside.
Yitzchak Feldman was a friend of his.
Right.
So Zalman Gerari sent him to offer him money. You need money, give back the Svarim, I'll give you money. And Father,
Right.
when the Rebbe heard about it, the Rebbe was screaming. Yeah. It was because
I thought Yitzchak Feldman was supporting him with the fight.
No, Yitzchak. Okay, Yitzchak Feldman originally ran Shalom.
Yeah.
Okay, and the Rebbe then put in your father, and Yitzchak Feldman went to work for the Ashag, I think.
Right.
Okay, but that's a separate. But he remained a friend of the family over there.
Right.
And he went to.
But he wasn't supportive of Barry throughout? Because that's what people made it look.
Yeah.
Maybe they misunderstood the
Because he was
story.
a friend. So he
Because
went to
was a
talk
friend.
to him.
He was guilty by association.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay, I don't know. Maybe the things that we learned as we're going on.
But I think that's the Indian of the most important Indian. I mean.
So why did Satmars go to his side? What was their motive?
What was that?
Weren't the Satmars supporting him? What was their motive?
the library. You can sell it.
The Satmar was supporting him. There was some Satmar. And
It's because of what the Rabbi just said now. Because it wasn't about the Swarm, it was about the Rebbe.
yeah.
So that they had a good stick to be able to...
It was two groups there.
Why they
One
mission?
group to Stoch, one group some money there. You can take the books. The guy with the money, Kastenboim, is a collector. He wanted the library.
If they thought that Barry would win the case, then they're all in there
They're
for
all
money.
partner with him.
They're all partners, right?
Anyone know the dollar value of this on the market? Nobody knows.
I just explained it.
How much?
Huh?
I came
I
later.
said the Svarim that he sold,
Now he's relaxed now.
he
He
made
opened up
about
the ODA and Kronos.
$150,000.
He opened up the ODA and Kronos.
And to buy back those Svarim
He's the owner of the
cost
ODA.
$450,000.
He's the owner. But it's not-
We're not talking about billions.
Huh?
We're not talking about millions.
It could have been millions if he would have
If you would have
kept...
gotten everything,
Yeah, or even half of it.
He's the owner of the ODA.
What do you mean? He's a